What is going on YouTube? It's your boy Rodney, his TP, with his first ever YouTube video. Man, I'm super excited. Never thought I'd be doing anything like this, but trading is a passion of mine, something you'll learn about as we progress in this channel. But what I want to talk about today, and as you can tell from the title, right, from the thumbnail, that I want to get into really simply this: why y'all suck at trading. Roll the intro. All right, now we're looking at gold right now, mainly because this is most of y'all favorite pair. If you already trade, if not, I'm going to be getting into a video on if you want to trade for next video. But really looking at gold and, thinking about its most its most recent price action, what it's been doing. I've been on a tear lately. And first off, this is more of this isn't like your typical why you suck video. I'm not about to explain to you about your psychology. Well, in a sense, your psychology. I'm not about to explain to you about, your risk management or all these rules. This is not what this is about. This video is strictly a concept, right? It's a concept. And I want you guys to just think with me, okay? Just think with me. Now, before I get into anything technical, I want to build your bias real quick. I want to, just enlighten you real quick. Okay, so Forex world in general, there's three types of players. All right. There's three types of players that participate. And now, who are those players? You have your retail, which is me and you, right? We don't have the money to move the market. When we get pushed, put into price, we place our position, we're pawns. Nothing happens. We get our money, we go. All right. Now, the second player is your institutions. Right. These are your big pension funds, your insurance companies, big institutions with big capital that can participate and profit in the market. If you got a lot of money, that's the name of the game. That's what you do. And then you have the beloved banks, right? I'm not going to go too deep into this, but yes, your bank trades, but that's not what this video is about. This is just strictly showing you these players, right? I want to show you these three players. Now, we have three types of players. What are some statistics we know about retail? Right? Statistically, I don't remember what the website is, so I'm not going to look it up, but statistically, 96% of these players positively fail. All right, 96% fails. And so if you're new to trading, if you just started and you're not seeing the success, you're not really understand that you're not meant to be good at this. You're not designed, as you can see from the statistic, really merely 4% make it. All right, now why does that 4% make it? Why does that 96% fail? Just think about everything that you're taught and think about, what is it? What is everybody doing? Have you really dived into all the different types of trading? Like, to me, when I hear the statistic, is like, wow, why am I following a path that 96% fail? And so it makes me think, it makes me think that if you're not catching on already, that there's something else, that really takes you from a decent trader to, okay trader to that consistent, profitable, full-time trader. I think this video is going to open your eyes, right, to something else. There's something else out here. Now, Think about these two players. What about these two players? How do they participate in the market? Well, it's simply like this. Yes, they aren't like us. We just hit buy and sell, nothing happens. But when these players hit buy and sell, they have a lot of money, right? Money rules this whole market, right? Money and that's the power of it. If you have a lot of money, potentially move it. You can push price. Right now, think about this. And ask yourself, if I had enough money to push price for my own financial gain, would I not do it? I mean, be real with yourself. Would you not do it? That's something you gotta think about. And so if you're not understanding already, if you're not getting it, what I'm looking at is these two players. I am completely eliminating this style of trading. Yes, I'm eliminating the YouTube. I'm eliminating the baby pips. All that stuff, because that stuff is designed to make you fail. That's the only thing I can think of why 96% fail. Think about it. Everybody is doing the same thing. That's why they fail. Not because they're not risk management. Not because of this or that or whatever. It's because they're not supposed to make it. Right? That's literally it. So let's think about these institutions and these banks, right? We got to build that bias. I'm going to take you to a couple websites. Now, this is Wiki. I know you guys are, gonna get on me for this, but I don't care. Right now, this is foreign exchange market. These are facts you can find anywhere. It doesn't matter. But notice, I'm going to zoom in a little bit, this graph. All right, this graph right here. I'm going to show you right here, this graph. And notice the top 10 currency traders. No, it is not those people on Instagram that drop $100 lot sizes. Those are not the best players. These guys are the best players. Citibank, JP Morgan, Bank of America, Morgan Stanley, banks you've heard of, right? These are the best players. If you actually read a little bit, you can see top tier bank, interbanks, market account for 51% of all transactions. Your pensions, hedge funds, insurance companies, mutuals participate in the foreign exchange market to align their economic needs. So you're getting the gist, right? They participate. No, they're not going to come out and say that they rig it, of course. But let me just show you something else. This stuff is everywhere. It's just swept under the rug. All right, but this is your Barclays, Citigroup, JP Morgan. Fined, right? You can read, fined $1.2 billion for Forex rigging. So yes, the concept is this, and you may have already known this, but the concept is, this is how this market moves. It moves based on the market makers, the people who create the market, right? That's the concept. Now, people always come up to me and ask me or DM me, they're like, Rodney, if it's rigged, how do I get my piece of the pie? How do I do what I need? Like, how do I do it? Right? I want you to think about this example I'm about to show you. Right now, first, before I go into what I'm going to show you, I want to show you what YouTube teaches you. I'm going to show you, and I know this is cliche because we're on YouTube, but YouTube. Right? If you trade already, this was not too long ago, more than likely your chart looked just like this. More than likely looked exactly like this. Right? So this is that beloved tool everyone relies on, everyone depends on. All right, but this is your trend line. Trend lines are, I know they're supposed to be create a zone and all this other stuff, but trend lines do not make the market. There's no way this imaginary line dictates where the market goes, and I'm going to explain to you how. I'm going to explain it to you. but understand the power of it because everybody else is doing it. Right now, I'm gonna hit play, right? Because I'm using my replay tool, and I want you to think about money, right? And what's happening when we approach our area, right? Now, let's wait right there. What just happened, right? That nice reaction off our area. Perfect, actually, I would say. That's actually pretty perfect. It looks good. We're in profit. I want to actually plan out a trade, right? So you probably use this structure somewhere in there to take the trade. What are you taught about your stop loss? Okay, stop loss above the most recent structure. I hope you wouldn't do this, but yeah, this is where we're aiming at. I'm going to aim for this. I'm going to spare you guys a count. We're going to go here. And we're going to aim for the next level of structure. Whatever. All right. It's risk to reward. I personally would never take a stop loss this big, but hey, this is what you are taught. Now, let's continue and think about all the sales that took place here. Market executes. As it was climbing back, you stacking more of your money, stacking over and over again, right? And now that psychology kicks in where it's like, okay, should I hold? I'm at break even. I'm a little scared. Maybe I should just hold. It's been 2 days. All of a sudden, you're taking out the trade. Right? Think about it. Think about how money is being trapped here. Because now, what are you taught on the breakout of the trend line? Then you buy on the breakout. This is stuff you're taught. Right? And now we're in the trade again. Right? We just lost this trade. Just lost like half my account. I'm a little frustrated. I'm beginning to go through what is called FOMO, or fear of missing out. You've been waiting for this trade for a while. It finally activates you. Your pending order activates, and it just takes too long, and then you are out the trade. And so now you're in the buy. Let's plan out the buy too. Say we chased right around where our stop loss was hit, about right here. Structure is our next stop loss. Now I'm gonna go here, potentially here. But what if it tests the trend line again? Then we can go down here. Now, what are we aiming for? That next level structure. Now this is a risk to reward that is absolutely awful. Absolutely awful. But let's continue. All right, we're in the buy, looking good, in profit. We begin to chop around again. We're running out of steam. It's not looking too good for us. At break even. And then all of a sudden, this trade right here goes down the drain too. Now, what just happened? People probably blew their account off of this trend line. This is a prime example. I have seen it time and time again. I get DMs like, why did my stop loss get hit? What is happening? All right, this is not fair. I did everything that YouTube taught me. This is what I'm supposed to do. But see, you get so caught up in this noise, you don't really understand what is truly happening. You don't really get what's actually happening. Now, I want to take a look at a different approach. Just a tiny bit different, right? So let's delete this. But I want you to think with me, right? Before I dive into it, I want you to think about Forex in general and how this world works, right? Simply put, buyers need sellers. Sellers need buyers, right? This is how this Forex world works. All right, if I am looking to buy the market, someone's on the other end trying to sell it to me, and vice versa. So think about players 2 and 3. Players 2 and 3 have a lot of money. So if I'm players 2 and 3, I'm thinking about, okay, well, if I'm looking to sell the market, I need a lot of people to buy it. And if I'm looking to buy the market, I need a lot of people to sell it to me. How do I induce you to do that? I think I've got it. I'm going to use what you're taught to create money for myself, right? Crazy concept, cruel world we live in, but that's the truth, right? So I want you to just think about emotion, right? That using this analogy, using this statement, it's almost as if we buy it, sell it, and then we sell it to buy it. All right. This is the mere motion you are taught. Well, I'm sorry. This is the mere motion that I teach everyone. Right. We teach this motion. All right. This is the motion, right, that you are going to imprint in your brain in my team. All right. So I'm gonna leave that right there. Actually, my all-seeing eye, like to leave it there just for you guys to have it. I'm very particular, so it has to be on point. I'm sorry. I'm gonna leave the trend line up there too, because I want to say something about that again. But so how I look at a chart, you have to read from left to right. Right? Left will get you right, correct? So I'm just going to take a look at the most recent distributive area where we just dropped off, right? That reaction we got up the trend line, just perfect, right? Notice this. Notice the trading that goes along here. Then we begin to break out of the consolidation, right? We begin to break this level, break out of the level. Then we reach up here. We create a nice little reaction right here. And then we just zoom past it. Now that attracts me. That makes me interested. That makes me curious. The reaction, how we just zoom up, and not only that, but the reaction after it too, after the zoom up. It's almost like that motion I just taught you. That buy to sell. Now, who's to say I'm right? It's every trade is an idea. Nothing is chiseled in stone. But my thought process is this. There's money in this candle. Money is in this candle. That is my thought process. Now, if that were to be the case, if I'm a huge, corporation, money's in this candle, I more than likely took a buy right in this region because this is where the candle started. Somewhere in here, something took place. Sometimes it may be deep, but I know the candle itself has something in it. Now, I'm going to play this out. All right, if you don't get it already, I'm going to play this out. And we're just going to think about money again. Right? And think about how, as we're trading into retail territory, we're not guessing. Right? We're not having to guess. Right? We're not having to play in this imaginary area that everybody else is doing. So you have to observe the masses and do the complete opposite. Now, what just happened as I was talking? Notice our area. Wicked upon, right? Wicked into our area. Never touches it again. What happened? Right? See, I'm going to explain to you. This is something it's really a secret. Right? You're not supposed to know this. But understand that when this buy to sell motion begins, see, the buy activates, thus selling it off. And when that sell off begins, they have to keep this buy open. It's still open. Right? The buy is there. Now, yes, what happens once we get down here, that huge whatever, that huge market maker is holding throughout all of this. Holding all of the drawdown. Holding all of it. Right? They're holding every bit of it because they're huge. They have all the money. Like, they can afford it. It doesn't bother them, but understand that they're not going to lose. And so that's why we come back up. We come back up due to what's called mitigation. Now, think about this. Like, have you ever cut yourself? If you ever cut yourself, what is the first thing you do? Apply pressure. Stop the bleeding. And so that is what takes place as we push price back up to close our buy. All right, we hold all of this, close it. All right, that is putting the band-aid on. All right. This is how this market moves. You know, it doesn't move off this line. Right? We do not guess on imaginary lines. Right? We merely trade like 2 and 3. It's the smartest way to trade. Did I not show you they're the best traders? Why not play like the best traders? Right? And the crazy part about this, is it's the concept is so crazy that you begin to see it over, you know, and then potentially that last sell to buy, you know, which happens over and over and over again. You know, if you trade already, you would know what gold has been doing. Right? It's been an absolute tear, and you could have been ready for it. I know people in this buy as we speak, right? Because this is how this market moves. This was designed, right? This is all ready to happen a long time ago, right? And so understand that what you're taught right now, everything that you know about trading, you're a noob, right? You have not even scratched the surface of how this market truly works. Now, I think that's enough today. I think that's enough for you guys today. I personally feel as if, you know, I'm going to save some for the next video, right? And the next video is going to talk about how to get this knowledge, right? How to actually learn how these market makers play. Because what I showed you is just a smidget, right? It's just a smidget, not everything. But this is something that is powerful, right? This is what takes you from that regular trader to that full-time trader. This is what takes you to that next level trader. Now, I appreciate everybody that watched and stayed this long. You might have caught a lot of nuggets. Hope you took notes. Hope you're ready for this channel. It is about to go crazy. You know, if you want, follow me on my Instagram or my Twitter. I'm going to put it here. Actually, I'm just going to leave it in the description. Instagram, Twitter in the description. I have a Discord, a free Discord. If anybody wants to join here, you can join it. All right, I'm going to leave a link for it in the description. And I hope this channel goes to the top. I don't know where we're going. I really don't care. I'm just having fun right now. I don't really have anything else to do. So, with that being said, I appreciate you guys. Rodney Hits TP signing out.